So yeah, I am back from the Ludwig's Fast50 speedrun event, which overall was just like a ton of fun. Super great event, lots of cool people, lots of cool runs. Yeah, we'll get to the whole cheating for bingo later, but you know, we're just gonna kind of talk about the entire trip as a whole and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it was in LA. Flight to and from was like totally fine. You know, it's like an hour flight for me. It's not anything crazy. I got there a day early, probably got into the hotel around like 4ish p.m., 3 or 4, something like that. Chilled for a couple hours until Aggy, Parky, and Adef came down. Adef like lives in LA, but he came to hang. He was my +1 for the event. We went like this Mexican restaurant. Well, I guess first we had to like put in our name because, you know, it was pretty packed. And so in the meantime, we went to like a hotel nearby that had a bar. Now, I mean, like, I don't drink, but I was just hanging out. But on the way out, after talking for a bit, because our table was ready, the receptionist, the guy at like the front desk at the hotel, like heard us talking, I guess, and was like, wait, I recognize you guys, like, and then noticed us. So it's like, I don't know if it was like just me, if I would have been noticed, but like, you know, with Aggie and Parky also being there, it's like they watched like the Soul stuff, and so we got a picture with them, so that was cool. It's like the first time I was recognized in public, although it kind of doesn't really count because I was with the LilAggy and Park and Harbor, so it's like, you know. Yeah, then we ate at this Mexican restaurant, which was really good. Like Dices and his girlfriend actually met up with us, and so they were really cool. I've never really like talked with him too much, but yeah, he was chill. Then sleep. And Adef and I stayed in the same room. You know, we held hands and maybe some more. Who's to tell? Yeah, so then the next morning, a lot of us get shuttled over to the event in the venue. Yeah, there's like the orientation. Not everybody was there. There was like a good amount of the runners. First time meeting Aggy and Park in person, it was Adef as well. So the first run, here we can go to, can pull up the, yeah, this was the venue. Got to meet a lot of cool people, you know, like Grand Pooh Bear. Aggie and Parky had known him, so, you know, I got to meet him. He was there, like, basically the whole event. We were kind of talking throughout it. He's a super nice guy. I got to talk with Tevin a good bit throughout the event. He was super chill as well. I don't think a good amount of people knew who he was before the event, myself included, but it is super nice to meet him. Yeah, so the first run of the day was CJ, who I also got to meet. He was chill. I'm a big fan of CJ's stuff. Big inspiration for like YouTube. Okay, so yeah, CJ's run was pretty cool to watch. It's like a hard mod for like Mario Odyssey, and he's like speedrunning it. You know, he had a little of a bit of a skill issue on the first boss.
It's RNG manipulation.
This being the opening run was so perfect because like it just sets the bar of just like, yeah, just have fun, like fuck around. So yeah, this one was pretty cool. Like there's like a lot of just changes made, a lot of the boss fights harder. Then there was the Cuphead carry from Speezy with Ludwig. It was fun to watch. Yeah, this I watched like the entirety of, which was super fun. Which, you know, you said earlier, Curbs, like one of the Mario Maker goats. This was like a 1v3. Curbs versus Ludwig, CJ, and Easy Speezy. It's just going through expert mode on Endless. One clear of a level gives you a point. And it's all of their 3 points added up together versus Curbs. And as you can tell, like it was closer than I thought. It wasn't a double-digit gap. But then Nifsky, the goat of Mario, was there, like Super Mario Bros. So humble too. Like earlier they asked him if asked like, oh, so who's like the best Mario player, and he's like, you know, it could be a few people. And he's like so humble, even though he just like clears everyone else. Like it's but yeah, I mean, Super Mario Bros is probably like the most optimized speedrun like ever. It comes down to like frames. This saved a lot of time because I think this segment was for like an hour. What really dragged out the time was Lud versus Feinberg in Minecraft. I got to talk with Feinberg a bit. He was only there for this one day, but I've been watching a lot of his Minecraft stuff lately because Minecraft, and he's like the goat of Minecraft speedruns and all that. He's like by far the world record holder on all advancements for 1.16 and like current patch. So what this was an hour Minecraft race, just beat the game on 1.20, which is like the newest patch. But Feinberg has the crowd control, so people can donate to, you know, mess with this game, like put a cobweb down on him, spawn like enemies, fling him across the map, you know, all sorts of stuff. But Ludwig was also playing. He did not have crowd control. Yeah, this was fun. Oh, there's also Assassin Jillian, who was also running the same seed that they were, but like not affected by crowd control or anything. And this seed was like super bad. It's just like an hour. And eventually they just like gave kind of the both of them creative mode to get to the end. But you see the time is like an hour and a half at this point when it meant to be an hour, and it's already getting pretty late. And it's like there's a good amount of runs before Aggy and Parky's 2-player 1-controller second run. And you know, I want to stay around and watch it. So yeah, that was like added a lot of extra time. Oh. There was some funny just side segments, like Germa with the weather. Germa's great, dude, absolute legend. Actually got to talk to him a good amount during the event. The Hitman run was pretty cool. Spectacore was also really chill. I talked to them a lot over the tournament. Super nice guy, good vibes. Probably one of the people I talked to the most over the weekend who I hadn't like known beforehand. I give Aggy a hug. We hugged multiple times even. Whoa. Oh, this part was so funny, dude. I figured production would have like flipped it on somewhat, and I didn't want to interrupt them, so I was just like, alright, wait till they're done.
Alright, we're just gonna give them just a moment because we can't hear a damn thing they just said. I assume whatever it was.
You always want to be attacking unless you have to deflect an attack, so it's pretty back and forth.
Wow, so insightful. That guy knows what he's talking about.
Be good.
Fine, go then, go then.
This is such a mess.
Alright, we go.
It is so funny though.
What are we going for? Yeah.
It's like trying to go for double cannon skip, which for those who don't know what double cannon skip is, you kind of slide off here and then do like a delayed like jump, which is like frame perfect, and then you need to fall down and do a wall jump off like the cliff underneath an invisible like wall to like get to the first part. The second part you kind of jump over that first thing, but
I'll just say now in a frame perfect.
No. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 frame perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if that second jump, the wall jump at the end, is also frame perfect, but
Yeah.
and then they died
And
twice
the snake,
as I was trying to explain it. So yeah, but yeah, I tried to explain. I'll just let it, like, I tried to explain the whole, you know, counting the 9 hits on Gyobu for like the speedrun fight to like optimally do the fight faster. I don't even know how my explanation made any sense.
Here is after 9 hits of hitting Yobu's like horse with the sword, he'll then be flinched. So to keep that, why they count is to then, oh, if I know the 9th hit will stagger, I can then time it to wait to hit, to be able to get it into the death blow to where he won't run away.
Oh, and we got the.
Thankfully, something happened to take away from that. Cause like, holy shit, dude. While I was saying that, I'm just like stun locking myself. I'm like, oh, this is like the worst explanation. But he got like bugged here.
Oh wow! Wow! Holy crap!
I've actually never really like seen this before. I've heard people talk about it. I've never seen it.
Run forward.
But yeah, Gyobu was Gyobu. Bull was pretty chill, I think.
I understand why this bull is so angry, honestly.
He's on fire.
Yeah, I would be pissed.
Alright, cool.
Was Aggy nice to me? No, Aggy actually like didn't talk to me after saying hi when we first met up, and just completely ignored every word I said and bullied me the entire event. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Genny cheese, like I totally just like forgot that it's like a cheese and just like what you do. And Pooh definitely called him out on it, cause I mean like called out the run on it, which I very much agree. I think it's boring. I would much rather just fight it. So you can hear him realize like what the hell is this?
Yeah, so here they're gonna run up and attack this wall to show it who's boss, so that Genichiro then wants to defend the wall, and then
What the hell is this?
This is something called dead angling.
I hate
and
this.
basically, but yeah, if you're actually like facing him.
But yeah, I mean, I was explaining dead angling.
Yo, fuck that strat.
That
yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Well, you make up for it here.
Nah.
Double lightning.
Yeah.
And that's
I'll hear 5 in the morning.
Wasn't anything like too crazy.
But
Yeah, monkeys. Fortunately,
catch 'em, good.
fortunately, monkeys didn't go catastrophically wrong. Mortal Draw acquired. This is
Yeah.
funny too.
Poisoned by the. It's actually just called gun for.
They got poisoned by the.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
That's exactly that's like never.
I love how many that's never happened before. So we've gotten on
Yeah,
the
so the whole, you know, that's never happened before always has to happen on like a speedrunning event. Pooh especially was like waiting for it to happen, and like a few times leading up to the first time, which I think was on the Super Monkey Ball run or the Hitman run, was like, oh, that I've like almost never seen that before, or like that's so weird, you know, similar stuff. And so it's like then there's just like a ton of that's never happened before. Being poisoned by the lizard from like messing up this jump, it's just funny. But then they like get through Fun Fort. Yeah, Parky said that this is like called a reset point.
This split is called reset point in my run.
No way. It's a flurry. But then on the 10th,
Yeah.
hit, I'm not sure if they'll do it here, but yeah, dodge
Don't run.
through it and then, you know, mortal
that's
draw.
the
go
mortal
for it,
draw,
yeah.
yeah.
Mortal Draw, Pog.
Good to me.
Snake.
That's the number.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No.
I'm just
Oh yeah, also during this whole run, the they already swapped it out here, but I noticed like when they were trying to sprint, like Parky specifically because she was on right hand, just like trying to hold it down, it would just keep like dashing. Like the B button was just not a good B button.
Much love to Aggy and Parky, but how much do I have to donate to hear the story of Chris being arrested?
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's
Don't know.
Story.
Something
$100
that
for the
blew
story.
up. It's a long
Something that
story.
blew
It's
up?
a long
What do you mean?
That's
You
not
blew
serious.
something up?
No, not okay. I hate it here.
You
I hate
committed
it.
arson.
They just like derailed it, which is
Arson
like
chill,
I knew I
dog.
shouldn't have said
Wow.
that. Yeah, this is like last week I said it. It's,
Wait, you got arrested last
no,
week?
No, my God.
You got
dude, and Pooh just like completely fanning the flames of this story, just like, you know, just escalated more, which I say here, and then he does it even more. It's like,
You're just yeah,
Wow, dude.
fanning the flames.
Man, well, no,
From
you
the
fanned
bomb,
the flame
yeah,
from the
from that
arson.
bomb you
Yeah.
blew up, right, for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Okay, so
We got a bunch of pocket
yeah.
Oh,
No, monk cheese.
D-pad
That's
on
like
dance.
whatever.
We're getting crazy amounts of donations that saying that Chris killed the monkeys and that's why he's got arrested.
Oh, that
Okay,
makes
how'd they find
sense.
out?
You're blowing up
God.
monkeys is
Oh,
crazy.
God.
That makes sense.
Chris, how could you do that?
Yeah, that's why I'm not running the game, you know.
Oh, it's monkey
Chat.
time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so we're gonna do a
here's
stun lock for
monkey.
phase 1. So we just need to attack him at a certain rhythm, and he will.
Parky kind of skill issued there.
Oh,
Die,
yeah.
gonna die.
So
We can try to play it out.
yeah, just fight him.
Good.
Okay, then an Aggie skill
Yeah, you get a
issue.
second life.
And we don't have to.
They got through Ape.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa, wait, the monkey's back?
Guys, I think you're gonna want to see
No
this.
way.
Yeah, another thing about Mortal Draw, it'll interrupt that scream attack, so it just makes this fight like
Behind.
way easier as well.
This is like they've got like pretty good RNG on that fight. It's
You'll
pretty
still get screamed.
pretty solid.
So,
Yeah, so the inputs for Mortal Draw
Nice.
to do that is like
Monkey Lawyer with the $1 said, "We will pursue legal action against the killer."
I'm really glad where this run has gone.
Monkey Dad with $10 said, "Are you winning, son?" We have Monkey Wife. Has anyone seen my husband? Monkey Witness. I saw him do it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And then what the hell is this? Monkey Son's Ghost? The Afterlife Sucks. Monkey Orphan. Are you my new mommy? And then my favorite one, So No Head.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's
yeah, usually it's fight you want to wait for Emma to.
Oh yeah, this part was so funny. Emma just standing there.
Yeah.
Emma, go.
Okay, there we go.
That's, so
She just
sometimes
like
If you
that's like
try to
the
attack her
one of the
when she's
longest
doing
times
that,
seen her
she will
AFK.
immediately kick your ass.
yeah, Usually this fight you want to wait for Emma to do her attack and then kind of do a 1-2 or just a 1 deflect and then make sure you interrupt her annoying attacks that she tries to get
Jump.
away.
Oh, almost the aerial death blow,
phase,
yeah.
Which, you know, if things can go wrong, they will go very wrong. Oh, well.
Okay, well,
Just,
Yeah, so they got through the run. Phase 2,
mortal drop.
one of the moves, where was it?
And then
Yeah, this was almost
and then you
totally
can go
went wrong.
big fire attacks for just the big mortal drop things. Nice.
There's 0 people in the background. Except a Spectacore. The GOAT, dude. He stayed around to watch that run.
Yeah.
Dude, Aggy is so
Yeah, you
hot,
can find
dude.
me
I mean,
Harper on Twitter.
Monkey 7th grader said, "Hey guys, just tuned in from Monkey Heaven. What are we talking about?" Monkey Ride sent in $1 with an ominous no message. Monkey Killer said, "Hi, I'm Chris from the couch." The Monkey Catcher said the monkeys have escaped. Oh wait, no, they're dead. And then Monkey Brother said, "Has anyone seen my big brother? I'm really worried about him. We were supposed to go picking bananas together tomorrow." Monkey Protester
Chris
said,
from the
"What do
couch,
you
yeah,
want,
definitely
justice?
was
When do
not
you want
me,
it now?"
but, you know.
And then Sean Wick said, "I'm normally all about the dog."
I think then Virtual did remote thing. They showed some of the
full reset.
nice showcase. I don't know what they did in this run. I was asleep. Oh yeah, and then Eric did the blindfolded. Yeah, I got to talk with Linkus a decent amount during the event. Super nice guy. Very inspirational in terms of speedrunning stuff. I've watched like Linkus like 2020. I'll talk more about that when his run is up. I think that's later at the end. Yeah, I unfortunately missed this, so I do kind of want to see a bit of how this went. But yeah, I got to talk to Point Crow a little bit. Not too much, you know. As much as I'd love to talk with like like everyone on this couch and stuff for like 10 hours each, you know, it's like unfortunate to get to talk to like everyone as much as I would have liked to, but you know, it's nice to meet him still. Eric's super nice, like super chill. Cool. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of his streams of it, as well as Player 5's, who's like the world record holder for the entire game blindfolded. I wasn't missing like too much. What I really want to see is the defeat Ganon %. So yeah, the blindfolded run is really just like a lot of memorization. Woo, let's go.
What a run, dude.
Abby in the background, biggest fan. I got to talk with Abby a decent amount there as well. She's super nice. Like I love watching her when she's with in Point Crow's stuff. For those who don't know, Abby's like Point Crow's like manager and like one of his best friends. Yeah, she like does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Super cool. So next is defeat Ganon. I was talking with Danny, who I met, was a good friend of 8F's, which is the next run. He's super nice, super chill guy. And he was saying how 8F was on the couch for this. Oh yeah, Danny's voice is so fucked up after this. Like I was talking with him a bit later, and he's like, "Yeah, I just gotta go. I can't talk."
Absolutely, Danny. I think it was a blast.
Let's go, Danny.
Super Metroid, I believe, was the first game to get Bingo on Speedruns Live back in 2011 or
8F's so
2012.
old, dude.
And then
He knows too much.
I could be wrong there. It's either.
So yeah, here's the scoop on the audio. So yeah, at first like we could just hear the commentators and whatnot, but then they fixed that, and it's like they're on a loud stage. There are speakers of their commentating and whatnot, like on the stage. So like even with headphones on, and the game audio was just like basically maxed out and like really fucking loud, like where it's like breaking the bass and certain loud parts of like a boss fight or something. But if it's like a quiet part just like running through the overworld, you can hear them talking. And now Aggy and I, you know, we both knew that. We're like, yeah, just try to not metagame it. So yeah, this was never like a very serious like thing to begin with. But yeah, we'll get to the cheating later as it appears. Yeah, another thing, Aggy and I could hear each other. There's times where I started like was about to like imitate a voice line or something just for fun, but then I'm like, wait, Aggy can hear me. I don't want to give away information.
This whole thing up.
Why so many wires on him?
Yeah, all right. So
Dude, David Cochrane's the GOAT.
Right here, the end over here. So your commute here is going to be pretty difficult from K-Lib
out for this weather protection pack. Dude, carrying knight armor set. Let's go.
To avoid all of this. By the way, for those of you that have played this game for less than 15 minutes, I apologize. We've shown you the whole world. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, all you need to worry about is this little section right here, and then at about noon today.
like,
this is gonna
yeah,
be a little bit
spoilers, by the
darker here.
way.
It gets dark in limbo.
You realize Jerem's such a big fan of Elden Ring, by the way? Yeah, yeah. I mean, how can you not be? This game's great.
Another
God,
thing
look
that
at
we
that
haven't really
guy.
mentioned, and we'll touch
What a
on it more
loser.
when the race starts version
And
of
then
the
there's
game as
me
well.
too.
What
you
that
know.
means.
So basically,
Yeah, and we gentlemen's
yeah.
agreement to not do like
Yeah.
It's just like the game.
to not use Astrologer or I think Vagabond Star because they had Uchigatana and Omen Killer Cleaver respectively, and we're just like, yeah, just keep it a little more interesting at the start. Yeah, so we were talking about like, should we have Adef and Parky kind of look at a board ahead of time and make sure it's nothing too long? As long as there isn't Restore Morgoth's Great Rune or Kill Fia's Champions, then it's probably fine. But then there's Restore Morgoth's Great Rune, and it was already kind of like at this point, and we're just like, whatever, we'll be fine.
Can you guys hear us?
Anytime they asked, can you hear us? I heard them ask that. Maybe I missed one or two, but like 3 or so times they're like, oh, can you hear us? Like, yeah, we could. But Aggy and I were like, yeah, we can just like fake it for the sake of the event, you know? Just like hold the straightest face. Me when I lie. Yeah, like this is so obvious I could hear them. I was like, oh, I shouldn't sit on Wretch when he's...
Wretch, maybe?
No,
Oh, no.
Bandit.
Bandit, and then...
And here we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I will say the first like I was like, okay, there's no good smithing weapons. I'm just gonna go get this Somber 9 and just like there's colossal armament. So I'll, you know, because the colossal's in that cave where you get the Somber upgrades, I'm like, sure, I'll find something there. Maybe you need to kill the boss for a colossal armament. That's better if there isn't something decent. But then after that, I just like kind of just blanked out and was just like, yeah, I'll press buttons, have fun. You know, I wasn't like overthinking it too much, and that, you know, kind of cost me. Although I'm we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
I think Germa swapped in with Ludwig right at the start. I figured it was like halfway. I guess Germa wanted to watch. That's cool. That's nice. So yeah, here I immediately like warped to just like the wrong Altus Grace, and I was like, bro, why am I warping there? So yeah, Aggy just decided to use the Mantis Blade.
This cave also has 2
Yeah.
colossal weapon checks.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an opportunity for Chris to.
I wanted to
maybe
gimp
get
the boss, but
like,
after finding
colossal
Falling Star
advance.
Beast Jaw, which Falling Star Beast Jaw is like
And
an
you're
okay
seeing
weapon
already
for like a colossal. Like it's good enough.
These are
At +9, it's gonna be
real
pretty
treat to
good
get
for
to
this
watch them
board.
play,
So I was like,
'cause they
okay,
have
just
so
use
much
that as the main
advanced
weapon as well.
Aggie-
Yeah, I kicked Ludwig off the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we see it.
Where's Ludwig? Yeah, I stole his seat. This was a really interesting concept to me. I wanted to get a front row seat for it.
It's a
Totally.
blast. It's a blast. And if you have, if anybody has any questions, at any
So
Yeah, it was
Chris
fun.
is, racing
And it was
around
pretty
here, so
close,
looking off the
and,
Melania.
you
He's
know, I
actually
think we
gonna pick
both
up
kind
some
of
runes,
tried to
level
keep
up
it as close
because
as possible,
we've been upgraded or whatever is working on here, but it is
without
fun
it being
for
like
fun
obvious.
for-
Okay, so dude, this part like fucked me up. I'm like kind of freaked out by this guy, and I just end up quitting out, even though it's normally just safe. Because my audio, I realized in this sense, like, I'm like laughing because like, holy shit. The audio was swapped in the ears. Like, left side was coming on my right, and right was my left. I thought maybe I just like put on the headset backwards, but like you always get mic in the left, and like Aggies is like that too. So, and his cord is coming out the left. So I think it was just on their end. I was thinking about wanting to flip it mid-match, but then I might hear what they're saying. So I was like, whatever, I'll deal with it. But like a couple points in the match, I'm just like totally like disoriented from just the audio coming from different sides. So for my headset, so it was like it was weird. We also got shirts. Whoa. My mom is calling me. Hi mom, I am streaming. Saying I'm making Brussels sprouts is the least enticing food to get me to come over for dinner. You know that too. Why would you lead with Brussels sprouts? That I mean, generally, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really nice to meet a lot of cool people who were in the same space and whatnot. All right, love you too. Bye. So yeah, we upgraded our weapons. So here I was like, okay, I'm just gonna spend all my runes on health, and then I could get strength tier and int tier for the extra stats for Falling Star Beast Jaw, and maybe go for finish the boss off with explosive physic later. So yeah, here I was like thinking, okay, I should rush Remembrance Boss Hitless Colossal only, right? But I was like, maybe Aggy goes Sleeping Golem at the start, and I know that he just marked 16, so I can maybe like get that before him. Again, as I was saying, like once I got like this weapon upgrade, I kind of just, these next few plays were just super stupid. But it was good because I guess spoilers for this match. Aggy gets the hitless boss, and I miss out on like a square, and it's much more even throughout. And so if I got the colossal armament and hitless like before him, then I think it would have just been a complete stomp from that momentum. And I kind of heard at one point that he was in a fight with Radon, but I wasn't going to pivot away from Godric hitless and whatnot, because like then it would just be kind of metagaming. So here I'm like, okay, go market Godric, but then I'm like, let me go Sleeping Golem first, which was a mistake when I was talking about earlier, but like I think getting the center square isn't a bad thing. Aggy cheating a little bit.
Speaking of gloves off, yeah, I'm gonna kick the shit out of everything.
I'm gonna get to Mesmer.
Yeah, the laptops we're on were like so laggy for like the bingo squares. It would be like a full like 2-second delay or something to have popped up. If anybody cheating this match first, it's Aggy right here, constantly mismarking this square. Get him out of there.
Chomp if you fought him in the middle.
I'm straight.
So I think Aggy is going for hitless here. If he's able to beat Radon hitless, that means a square. He's got the Rot Grease, so he's got Rot proc on Radon here, which is really great, which means he's got a passive damage buildup.
At this point.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? That's called cast recurse.
That's
fucked.
fucked.
Wrong with
But
that.
yeah, Margify was kind of scuffed here, but it's like you can just brute force this
Like,
fight.
in lore, in this is
Somber plus
cathartic.
9.
Yeah, this
That's
is
Somber
cathartic.
plus
I mean,
9.
Yeah,
Crystal's
so
a
much
move.
damage.
It's like, I think, yeah, I mean, definitely some of the best Elden Ring players in the world.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's just Aggy here.
We're pretty
Boys are
goated.
gone.
I'm gonna play it safe. Hopefully. Ooh,
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Let's go. That's so scary. Aggy.
Here's where the scandal started. So I was going into this fight like, okay, yeah, I can do Colossal Armament's hitless, but I kind of like forgot that on the way. I was more just focusing on hitless, like thinking about take off my armor, make sure I just play it safe on Godric. I have the L2 that I can just like snipe from afar if need be, and whatever. But then Aggy marks this hitless, and I'm like, shit, okay, well, I mean, I might as well just kill Godric for the God Boss and Remembrance and just build to the capital anyway, since I'm right here. And so, like, when I did beat this boss with Colossal only, I just forgot about that square. Aggy already mismarked like 4 times, so it's all good.
So Godric has the best music in the game.
Yes, Jerma, he
That's
knows,
not even an
dude.
opinion.
Or is Falling Star Beast Rock Colossal?
I think
It would have to be.
I think it is.
Dude,
I don't know
Adaf's second
why.
guessing himself because I just
It's
didn't
not, I
mark
guess,
it.
but it didn't-
I could be way off base, but I'm curious why he hasn't marked.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's probably not a Colossal. He knows what he's doing. And I'm just like, holding
I mean, as
forward
much as
in the
me
B
and
button.
Adaf and-
No thoughts, head empty, just like, yep, we're going to Volcano Manor.
but-
Let me consult the Bingo Brawlers rule set and just be crystal clear. On
Yeah, so I heard Adaf say this,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, let me consult the rule set. I didn't hear beforehand about all the. I was just thinking about the board. I think at that point.
I think that Chris, if he sees that eventually, I don't think he'll mark it because
I feel like
Yeah,
we're
he'll
gonna
know.
like we witnessed a car crash. And we're like, what do we?
Yeah.
I definitely did just mark it later when I
It's
remember.
very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I get rushing that, and I'm like, I was already going for God Bosses and going for Godskin Noble to block those 2 lines for him. So I was like, when I saw that he did the Somberstone Barrier, I'm like, okay.
And Rykard as a god boss is usually a very power play.
I mean, at this point, Chris might have to do it to get that colossal
I mean,
armament.
there are a lot of. Yeah, I guess you're right. He could.
Had a lot of these. Well, relatively speaking.
Oh,
relatively speaking.
Okay, I just like to point out Soldier of Godric here. I don't know if you guys saw it. Chris breathed on him and he died. But that did count
That's actually
for the
one
god
of the
boss.
hardest bosses in the game.
Yeah.
So here I was thinking, should I go Melania? But then I just decided to go for Rykard. I'm surprised that you went for Physic here, but I guess it makes sense. Because he knew I was going for God Bosses. He's like, I gotta block this diagonal. My record fight here was pretty clean. I liked it. Got a lot of the jump attacks in.
Like if you see the move that he's about to do that summons the skulls, you'll cancel it every single time.
Yeah, that.
Okay, everybody.
Too bad this weapon didn't do this for the rest of the game.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
Just have a laser.
It is.
Across the whole map.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
the 12 sorceries, I just completely mixed it up with incants, and I mean we'll see it later, but I thought it's 14, and so it's like when I counted, I'm like, damn, I really only have 12. I thought I grabbed enough books for it, and so then I went and grabbed another book and came back and then marked it. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
so.
it's lying about.
So here's where I realized I was looking at the board. I'm like, wait, how do I only have like the 4? And then I'm like, oh
So
yeah,
if you have a
I
square
totally
that goes
forgot.
past- No, do we want to?
No, I don't.
It's fine.
I don't think it's fine. I don't know. That's like.
Chris, can you hear me?
It's fine.
Nope.
Yeah,
All right.
I could hear him when he asked that, by the way. It's like, yes, I can hear. But I told, like, Aggy, I did that from Godric to give him, like, that information, you know?
But it
Okay.
sucks because like Aggy's entire game plan will change based on if Chris has that square or not, which
Right.
is why it's so important. If people,
I mean, not really, though. The thing is, like, fortunately, not really. Most of the time, yeah, it would affect things. But at this point in the match, it didn't change things. He's just going to leave that open until, like, later, right? Like, you kind of just let the other person do the remembrance weapon only, usually, which is what Aggy normally does. So fortunately, yeah, exactly. Aggy just assumed I would
being like,
be
oh,
getting
no, they're
that.
supposed to
So
do
he
this,
just, like, didn't
but it
play
really
around
does
with it at
change
all.
the event. Yeah.
He doesn't
30
know that
seconds
how
after you
crazy he just
hitless.
went with Falling Star
Yeah.
Beast Jaw.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, wait,
Rykard.
they're talking about it right now. I don't know. It's up to them.
Yeah, I think.
I don't want to intrude on their thing.
Yeah, we'll let them go.
This is not a tournament match. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's all for charity.
Just a little bit of cheating, you know?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
This is classic.
And, you know, if you
I don't
have
know why I
arrows,
decided to do Thopsis
all
Key
of the
here,
players,
but
you
I
know,
did.
that
I
are
guess
doing Bingo
because
should
could also
be
get
able to do
sorceries.
Godric.
Yeah. And Chris is gonna go grab this key, and I think he's gonna return it to Thops. And Thops also sells sorceries.
Mhm.
All right, and there's the key for him.
So yeah, the goal here for Aggy is do not get hit. Like I know that's
Key.
literally the goal of the game, but like you're talking about.
Because here I was like, oh, I'll do a Black Knife Assassin. I did not want to do the cheese because it's cringe.
And once
Some pipes, like, what the?
Oh my god, look at that weapon. Chris is like, you don't even have to do anything. You just use that Ashavor.
And that's one of the Black Knife Assassins.
yeah, so that's one
disgusting.
down.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do the 2 Black Knife
So-
Assassins here and
yeah.
snipe Chris on
Yeah,
this.
yeah, so there is the...
I heard
as
Adef
Adef
say
mentioned,
this,
there's
and
the
I was
little
like,
cheese that
I'm
you
just
can,
gonna
like,
be doing what I
make
already
the
had planned in
AI
my
the
head, which
invisible Black
was
Knife Assassins. If
set
you-
up these
if you've done
sorceries
this,
and
you
then
know
go do
how
the
much
second
that
Black
one
Knife
sucks casually,
Assassin.
but you-
Which is like there's no, but you also like you kind of have to respect it. Like
Yeah.
when it's that
It's like,
close.
oh, you saw what I was doing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
There's Aggy God, and you see Chris is like, oh.
Yeah.
Simple joke, just terrible timing for it. The first time I ever ran into the Fell Twins was on 9/11.
Yeah, that's
And everyone laughed at me. They thought I was setting up a bit.
Areas that you're just like, I
Yeah.
don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it might be completely different than anybody else.
I beat right now.
I had
and he
12 right
drops
here.
Another sorcery.
He does drop a sorcery, but I think
And I
for
just,
Aggy,
like,
it's less about the
thought it
sorcery,
was
more about the
14 for
volume.
incans. I just mixed them
But
up in
you're
my
absolutely
head.
Right. Damage yourself.
Oh, that's right.
Nice dodge there. Okay, so that's 12 sorceries. So Chris is currently on 8 squares, and Aggy is also on 8, but this will be his 9th. So this is an unbelievably close game heading into the last probably 20 or 30 minutes here.
And so here I was like, let me grab the lightning urn recipe on the way to getting lightning ram.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I could hear them, so I didn't actually have to count because everyone was like, 1, 2.
And 2. 4 for Aggy.
9.
9.
Yeah,
Oh
there
no.
it
no.
is, yeah.
6, 7.
Wow, that was so close. Aggy's heading into Landel, probably.
What the
And Chris
fuck?
is
Did Parky just
also
say
on 9. They're
Landel?
all tied up here. The
Good old
priority
capital of
limits your team is
Landel.
only
Hell yeah,
behind this
brother.
without open
She live right
squares.
now. Parky,
I
can
want
you
200
lane delve for me
Then-
real quick?
Landel, Chris? Did you watch? You know what? I actually said Landel during the commentary one time, and I was like, I wonder if someone's gonna call me out, and no one called me out. I don't know how it's actually knows.
Oh, okay, so
that
yeah,
Chris has done it, 'cause Chris
here's
got- he is
cheating
probably gonna hold that
2.0.
until
Kind
he
of on
can just
Aggy's
do it
side.
when-
But I heard Adef, yeah, I heard him say like something about he's gonna go around and boop him off the cliff or something. And then I was like, you know, we're not doing DTSGs, like that was like banned, you know, season 3 format was like, nah, don't do DTSGs, like no DTSGs.
Slap him on the butt.
Yeah, I heard
Goodbye,
slap him on the
DTS.
butt
Oh,
and
it
then
didn't work.
wow, yeah,
Didn't
that's
work.
Okay,
didn't
Aggy's
work.
gonna have to
DTSG is
potentially
banned.
fight him legit.
What the fuck? Don't stop.
DTSGs is banned in the rule set. I mean,
Wait, is it?
it's banned in season 3 rule set.
Gentleman's agreement stuff, yeah. I mean,
Wait, we all hear each other now?
Also,
or-
you fucking screen peeker?
No, they just, we can't.
I
hear
did not
it.
scream
Yeah,
things
there's-
that
I think they can hear us a little bit when we're loud.
But
Weird
apparently this,
bad little-
I mean, he fucked up the cheese anyway,
Round the
right?
guy.
But like
Found
he
a muffler
kind of
for
got
it. This one's just
DTS
super hard for how
incidented.
much
Damage
Yeah,
that,
this
like,
is
he
where
has.
this
Why does
weapon
that-
shows the
it's
damage
it's
is
the plus
bad.
16.
4 deaths,
Brutal.
yeah. And so I heard that
You
he
do a
was
lot of
kind
work
of
making up
having
time
an
for-
incident.
for
These
Kyle.
And so like optimally, right? Because I know he's having an incident, or like I was planning on beating Morgott, get 4 remembrances, and then do Moog. But then I kind of heard that, you know, he's having like an incident, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do Estelle's and finish the 4 remembrances, just like let him be able to do that, because like if I also just did that, then the match wouldn't have been as interesting. I don't know. I just tried to make it like look closer.
So Chris calling out a rule thing when he marked a goal 10 minutes late.
Yeah, that's
Okay, buddy.
weird, Chris.
Okay, buddy.
I mean, that is very
for
pretty
cheating.
different though.
We'll cheat on a game for charity.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
tell you, if it's funny, we'll do it. The amount.
No, you can't roll this attack.
Extra slow.
Yeah, that attack lingers.
Oh, that attack. Not
It's like a
only,
full
okay,
1
the
second
wind up in Elden Ring.
hitbox.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Spectacle
Horaloo,
of
the
it.
first time you
it's
go to
great.
Horaloo and he just like throws you up and just slams you down and you're like, wow.
Okay, that's like
That
you're,
anime.
You're projecting.
No, that fight is so good.
She
Horaloo is-
distilled her breath on that one. That was like her own.
Like, haha, this is actually me, and
Yeah.
you never knew that, and
I
that's
think
all.
that
Let's go,
he
Shows up a third time.
is like
So-
And what the
No,
fucking...
so I-
You meet an NPC called like Billy Bob the Builder, and Billy Bob the Builder's like, "Hello, it's so nice to meet you. I've been a builder for 20 years." And then you read an item description. It's like Billy Bob the Builder was convicted of murdering
Yeah.
40 children.
Yeah.
He ate their corpses and he didn't
Dude,
kill.
Adev is so
I
fucking
hate
funny,
talking to
dude.
them, but I
a
Yeah, Aggy
general
just
of some
immediately went to
sort.
sewer
He
mode.
did
Yeah.
one of the ashes.
Dude, my a
yeah,
stealth
so
fight.
pardon,
I think both the
Rycard.
fights were like super sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but no, this
only
was
this
fucked.
one,
I hit
though.
him
The other
once.
cell in Contra-
He
Yeah,
warps
the
out
harder one is
immediately.
not
Like,
ever memorable.
fuck you,
Yeah.
man.
the theatrics
Stagger.
and all that.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
no,
that was
it's
sick.
like the good part.
Around the
Yeah, so here
sewers.
he didn't
I
even
don't know,
meteors
minutes.
it
It's
in
fast.
phase one
I would-
because I
I-
killed.
I think it's
And
Numbered
so,
insane.
Yeah.
The people are
boom,
gonna
four
say,
members.
"Wow."
Like 10 minutes. What do I
I
have
think
to
I
get in
was
order to
gonna
win?
go for
Right?
Morgoth's
Can
Grade,
I
and then
get
I'm
in
like,
order to select?
let's go Estelle. Or no, I just had to go Leonine, right? Because I'm like, if it came down to late game stuff, like he does one of the objectives, then he could probably just go and get
Heading
Leonine real
into
quick. So I'm like,
so-
let me go snipe Leonine, see what he's
Chris is
doing,
gonna
and
be
then do other
uncontested
stuff.
on Morgoth.
With me and Ludwig, like, I didn't really actually get to talk to Ludwig too much because, or like at all really, because he was just busy with the event. You know, I didn't want to bother him too much. At the end, I mean, like, I shook his hand, was like, yeah, thanks for having me, like, great event. But yeah, I mean, there were just some people, you know, you're not gonna be able to get to talk to everyone. Cause also maybe a little shy because, you know, I've been watching Ludwig stuff since like he was like Slime's friend. I think I first actually started watching his stream after like the Hugo roast way back when. Been watching Melee since like 2015, so like I knew of him for a while. But yeah, making new friends? Yeah, I'd say so. People who I talk to the most, probably a Spectacore, in like in terms of someone who I didn't really interact with at all before the event. I talked with Liam for like an hour or so after dinner. He only came for the ending, which was the Mario stuff. But yeah, it was fun talking with him.
I think I just said over and over again. You know, what were they thinking? I mean, what were they thinking?
That's exactly what I said.
Anyway, Leonine is the guy.
Liam smelled bad? Yeah, I kind of kept my distance from him. Oh yeah, dude, I want to watch this stealth fight again, because like, this is pretty good RNG. But like here, especially after that, he should teleport away, but he just didn't.
This one person is a speedrunner, and so they might... And it's like so much variety.
Got
and
another
each player
stagger.
excels. It's so cool to see.
I almost
each
missed
player
that jump
excel in what
attack.
they're good at.
Absolutely.
It's so fun. So by the way, Aggy is about to get to mimic tier here.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Chris is about to mark.
I should have done another charge or
last
two,
minute
not a...
incident.
Yeah.
Really not, right?
I was thinking about running up an L2, and I'm like, don't fucking risk the meteors. Don't be dumb.
He's got that. Oh,
All right, there we go.
There
So
we
that's
go.
another square for Chris, putting Chris in winning position here. Chris riding the elevator up. This will be it, unless you know, something unbelievable takes place.
Maybe he falls off, or maybe the game just dies. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, I heard Parky say maybe he falls off,
Parky
and I was
just
like,
actively throwing
Oh.
medieval curses onto Chris's
imagine?
machine.
Oh,
Send in the curse of Raw with your donation.
No, I mean, this is obviously looking like Chris's favor, but like, it's not over till it's over, right? Like,
it's over till it's over as I'm
over.
clicking the last thing.
Always.
Yo, GG's, guys.
Like into the
I
capital.
capitalized my S in my username. Dude, it's Jover, man. I'm ending stream. Dude, ADF
There
is
was
so
truly
hot.
no overlap in the first
I mean, what?
40 minutes.
Oh, here's where I think the cheating is brought up.
And then the
Yeah,
situation
man.
with you, Chris, where
Yeah,
you got
marking-
your
marking
Marking a square a little bit.
I mean, you know, we do a little cheating out here.
I love how you, Marcus, were like 20 minutes late, and then you were like, Aggie, you can't choose DTS.
Aggy, you should have done it. You should have done it.
But yeah, so anyway, Elden Ring was fun. That was a lot of fun, and we kind of talked with Germa and went on the stage for a little bit about it. I'm happy Germa really enjoyed it. Oh, dude, then they did like a murder mystery dinner. This is like an hour and a half, like ad for Assassin's Creed, dude. That was fun. I got to talk with Doug a little bit. Huge inspiration and big fan of Mr. Douglas. But yeah, he did like a kill all Jarls speedrun, which is it was pretty funny. It was a good show. Yeah, he went around killing all the Jarls. It was a fun thing. I recommend watching it if you guys. I'm not gonna.
Like this. Wait, that's on his side. That's on his side. That's on his side. Yeah.
Sonic just hanging out. Some point during this day, we were just kind of sitting at the table. It's like, hey, you guys want to play Uno? Like Aggy, Parky, and I, and we're, like, sure, do something, right? And then German was walking around, and we're like, hey, we like ask German if he wants to play, and so Aggy goes and asks him, and he's like, I've literally never learned or know how to play Uno at all, and so sure is basically he's like, sure, I'm down. So we played Uno, which was fun. I think Aggy won, and then we did like another card game with Germa as well. Also, Bobby played with us, Bobby Berm. He was a runner. He did the Peppa Pig blindfolded speedrun, if anybody caught that. He's a super nice guy, super chill. This is probably like the speedrun to watch if you're gonna choose one to watch, which is Linkus's Wind Waker All Dungeons, which I'm a big fan of Linkus. I've been watching his runs and stuff since like AGDQ 2019. Love Wind Waker. It's so like optimized. Well, maybe not like too optimized, but like there's so many tricks and glitches and crazy stuff with it that allows it to be like super fast and whatnot. So I definitely recommend watching this run. If you're going to choose like one of these speedruns to watch, if you're slightly interested in watching it, it's like super cool. After Wind Waker, I then left home, and German and I had a nice conversation about Souls games and whatnot on the way back. It was cool. So yeah, this is Bobby's Peppa Pig speedrun. I actually didn't really get a chance to see this because I was asleep, so I like how he's just also doing it blindfolded. Like, fuck it, why not, Oh yeah, I wanted to be here for the Mario Battle Royale thing that Grand Pooh Bear was running. So this was when the Battle Royale was supposed to happen. So there was supposed to be a Mario Battle Royale, and it was like a custom-made thing for 4 players that Grand Pooh Bear was going to run as like a tournament. So it's like this Battle Royale thing. You have 4 players. Normally this is like the 2-player mode, like between lives in the overworld you can like battle against the other player, like your brother or somebody who's playing, right? And there's an adapter that plugs into one of the slots that splits it into 4 like controller slots, but that adapter just broke. Yeah, multi-tap, exactly. Eventually just gave up trying to get it to work, and yeah, Pooh can just like play this super hard mod of Super Mario World. Oh yeah, so he just like pulled this out to just like play it and just be like super good. He was saying how he like is bummed out for the Battle Royale event, especially for like the players and whatnot. Because yeah, I was excited to try it out. Yeah, so that's what Pooh ended up doing for that section, which is cool. And then Alpharad went up for Neon White. I talked with Alpharad a bit. I've been watching his stuff since like Smash Bros. Since like the Smash days, right? He's busy as well and very popular, so it's like a lot of other people want to talk to him, so I didn't want to bother him too much. But yeah, it was nice talking with him. A lot of these people who were like running at this event or just there just like commentating or whatever are just like streamers and people that I've like watched before I even started streaming, like years before. And so now to like be at an event with all those people and being like a part of that event is just like so cool. So yeah, then there's the Mario 64 relay race, which was pretty chaotic. So how this worked, they each of them had to do 120 star, but then every time you get a star, you switch it to the next person. So each team is 2 teams of 3. Team 1, there was Liam and Cheese, who are like really, good at the game, and then Ludwig, Simply and Simple Flips on this team, who are really good at the game, and then Coney, who's not. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was like one of the highlights of the event. Yeah, I was on a beanbag in the back here, like kind of, you can't see it at all on the couches, but I fell asleep for like maybe 20 or 30 minutes during this because I was just so tired. And like when I leaned back on the beanbag, I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna fall asleep. So I was I was definitely in and out for a bit. I didn't get to talk to Simply, who I also really enjoy his content. He's a super funny guy. Whoa, Chris watching. Yeah, Spectacore, I talked with a lot on the weekend. He's super nice. Aggy, of course. I didn't get a chance really to talk with Stans, but I'm a big fan of Stans as well. And if you guys have seen Unpaid Intern, which is like Stan's and Ludwig's show that they have like some contestants on, like that changes out. Very unique show. But yeah, Stan's is like by far my favorite part of that show. He's like such a good character and part in it all.
I don't know. We got to bring it back. We got to do it bigger. We got to do it better. We got to start planning
Yeah,
sooner.
hopefully.
So I don't.
Oh, look, it's me. That's my name. Yeah, great event. We kind of lingered around here. People like hung around for like another hour or two. There was food and whatnot. We got like a group picture, which I think that they actually kind of show it here. Yeah, I got to talk with Liam a lot about Souls games and whatnot. We talked a lot about Souls games. You know, he's like been an enjoyer of Souls games. He's talked about how like, you know, learning the DS3 speedrun the other day, how he like liked it, but is also molding a bit. But yeah, I mean, the event as a whole was great. A lot of fun. This was like my first sort of in-person event like this. Yeah, I met a lot of cool people. Hope to stay in touch, play games with people. But yeah, new videos soon of the random challenges that Twitch chat came up with. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.